Well, with that in mind, then, take us through the experience that we will have right here in Boston with the memorial to Martin Luther King, Coretta Scott King, in the city where they met. Your memorial will be on Boston Common.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that. We haven't really had a chance to talk about that. But so let me do this. I haven't done this before. But, first of all, what you're going to see when you come to the Common is this incredible sculpture by the amazing Hank Willis Thomas. And the sculpture is coming out of the ground, and it's two arms wrapped around each other. And it's from an image of Coretta and Martin hugging and embracing each other after he won the Nobel Peace Prize, after it was announced. And so you're going to see these arms, these elbows leaning on the ground, this huge sculpture that you can walk within. It's going to be a beacon. It's going to be reflective and very evocative and very beautiful. You'll see the city, you'll see Tremont Street and the cars driving by in reflection. You'll see sun beaming against it and showing the trees, and you'll see ripples of light and shadow. It's going to be itself a kind of, I think, a real destination, not just for Bostonians, but for the nation. But as you get closer, we've very deliberately designed the experience of the ground. And we have designed the plaza, which this sculpture sits upon, as a memorial to the 1965 Freedom March that King led with Ralph Abernathy and other great Boston civic leaders, civil rights leaders of the time. And keep in mind, this was 3 months after voting rights was passed. This was not too long after James Reeb was killed in Selma. Reeb, who was Bostonian and was at the church across the Common, Universalist Church across the Common. And so their names will be inscribed, names of our own community's leaders and activists will be inscribed on the ground. And we have created the design so that you walk through this plaza almost as I wouldn't say fully a labyrinth, but it's not a direct route to the memorial, to the sculpture. It will be a circuitous route so that you are orienting yourself to see the city. You're looking down to see the names you're walking next to. And then you're brought into this center, center of the courtyard, where you can walk within the sculpture itself and look up to the sky and see the sun coming down, and then walk out and kind of think about it in relationship to all of those unsung heroes of all of our communities that have fought for social and economic justice for decades and often don't get recognized. And here we have a chance to say they hold us up. And these great heroes are only possible because of so many of their voices and their activism. And we give them reverence and give them space.
And I know, first of all, thank you for the preview. I didn't realize we were getting a preview here. That's fantastic. I know the fundraising has been met. People have been very, very generous. I know the pandemic has slowed it a little bit. When can we expect to see it in person for ourselves?
Yeah, so, it would be really a year and a half from now is the goal. So early 2022 is the hope that that it is completed. And I know King Boston is doing incredible work doing fundraising, and they're also, you may have seen the Boston Globe recently, pushing for a new Center for Economic Justice in Nubian Square or somewhere close to where King lived when he was here in Boston. And so there's a big, broader project that the memorial and sculpture and plaza really are just the tip of the spear of investment in our own city's need to address historical injustices and current and contemporary social and economic injustices and deal with them, talk about them, but also create space for them. That's why I've been so impressed by our city, by our mayor's office, by King Boston, by the generous community of our city to make this happen, because it's a really profound thing. You got to remember, we haven't put anything new in the Boston Common since 1979. I mean, it's an incredible thing. So this is hallowed ground. Friends of the Common, Parks Department, Landmarks have all been so amazing and supportive and thoughtful about how to make this done in a respectful and powerful way. And I'm really proud of our city. I think it's going to be an incredible thing to see.